Jason?
I wonder what it is.
I don't know.
Maybe
is it his ability to cook? Is it his devil may care attitude? Is it his huge dong?
Whoa!
That was coming. That was literally trying to attack Lindsay like the trunk of an elephant.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Oh my, y'all.
I thought
his penis in those sweatpants. He had a semi.
Oh, and that semi was a boner big. It looked like it was.
I'm starting to rethink my
he got
version of him.
A lot more interesting this episode.
I don't know if he got more interesting, but he is definitely 10 times more bangable.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hubs, please tell me you took one for the squad. Please, Hubs.
Y'all, I will say, I was just kind of sitting there and going, there's a lot of drama here. Yeah. And I'm kind of like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, who knows what's going to happen? And I'm kind of watching. I look up and I see them lean over. And then I just see this huge imprint of whoosh, whoosh.
Y'all, if you
whoosh,
look.
whoosh.
Yes, because y'all, it's when the moment is.
She's getting up off of him.
I feel like I'm telling you the part of 3 Men and the Baby where you can see the ghost in the background.
or the Wizard of Oz when you see the person hanging there.
Yeah, you can see someone hanging.
Yes,
in the Wizard of Oz.
Yes,
like an actual.
I think that's an old wives' tale. Someone's
supposed to be dead.
I was high in college and someone showed it to me.
They said they're dead.
Yeah,
I don't think that's real. But yes, like that, y'all. Yeah, I can't tell you the minute, but if you go to almost the end of the episode,
like 2 minutes from the end,
when he picks Lindsay up and throws Lindsay on the bed,
and when she climbs off of him,
yes, he's wearing
gray sweatpants.
Well, not sweatpants. I think they're that waffle kind of thermal.
Yeah,
so they're thin and they're very loose
from the gods.
Woo! It is, y'all. It's not girthy.
No, but it's a long, sneaky snake.
Oh, it's gonna. If you got strep throat, it's gonna disinfect it. You're gonna get all the way back in there.
So that's the big news. We know that Jason is packing.
Whoa, I'm speechless, Lindsay. I need to know if you rode that sleigh.
Or as Andy called it, Sleigh. We're going to on a sleigh.
Yo, this is Winter House.
This is Winter House. Maison de l'hiver.
Maison de l'hiver. Season 1, episode 4. Sleigh all day.
Sleigh all day.
All day. Oh, boy. Any quick announcements, y'all? We've got our first live show on Sunday.
We do.
Very excited.
We were preparing today.
We were at Dynasty Typewriter in Los Angeles. Hey, look. Some people have returned tickets because they can't go because their husband found out how much money they spent on plane fare,
or some husbands are worried about falling in love with me when they see me.
That's true.
It's a concern. It's a real concern.
Some of you got COVID, so we appreciate you. We had a couple of people that said,
did have some people
they
who
were
got COVID.
exposed, and so we appreciate you being responsible, even though everybody's got to be vaxxed, but still. So be sure to click on that link. If you just Google Reality Gaze Dynasty's Typewriter, it'll show you the link, or Reality Gaze Eventbrite.
And go for it.
You might be able to get tickets last minute.
Yep. I think
you never know.
When I looked this afternoon, they were still sold out.
Oh, okay. So someone bought those.
Yes, they do update.
So anyway, y'all, that is happening. And again, if you want to see us later on, we still have tickets available for our Friday night in Chicago and our Friday night in New York.
And that is the 7th and the 28th.
I will say,
of January.
Based on experience of we have a wonderful person, human, that is our booking agent. And in her experience, she says, just what I'm seeing, she's like, both these shows are going to sell out too. Yeah. So if you're thinking, I'm going to wait till the last minute.
Don't sleep on them, y'all.
Don't sleep on them. They're going to sell out as well. And there's still VIP available for those. And remember, you bravo betches, that if you are going to see Crappens, they're playing in New York. Thursday, the night before. Who knows? Maybe we'll be at that show. Maybe we'll go watch. Maybe you'll see us. Maybe we can't say anything. I don't know. My voice gets higher.
Maybe we're under an NDA.
Maybe. Who knows? Anyway.
A non-dick agreement.
Yep.
I don't sign those.
We are excited to see you in New York, though.
We are.
And Chicago.
Stop spreading the news. Chicago. LA.
That title it.
There is no good LA songs. And don't you dare say that Randy Newman song, because it's not good.
Come at us. What are there any good songs about LA? They always play when the fucking Dodgers win, and it's the not that I don't love the Dodgers. Dodgers are great, but terrible song.
The best LA songs are ones that reference LA, like a lot of Eagles songs have LA places in them, or like "Free Fallin'" by Tom Petty.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, drown over Mulholland.
Oh, yeah.
It's just naming places.
Sun comes up over Santa Monica Boulevard. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's almost so much about L.A.
Yeah.
I remember when I was in high school, because I used to lift weights to this album. I remember Celine Dion had a song called
Like All the Other Boys.
I remember L.A.,
What?
Seems a lifetime away. It's a B-side of Celine Dion called I Remember.
That sounds very, very niche.
And I remember the end, she was like, I remember there.
I like how sometimes we'll say things, and I know one or two people are interested, but 98% of people are just like, not like turned off, but actively thinking, why was that brought up?
Well, it was. Anyway, y'all. So we're excited to see you on the Live Laugh Live tour.
Live Laugh Live.
Also, I don't think that's it. Let's do the show.
Let's do the show.
Let's do this show.
Let's do this shit.
Poodle, I think I went first last time. So what's your first teabag?
Because remember, you guys, we don't do these shows for Bravo shows because of the way they are edited.
This one was a little bit more
We don't do...
This one was a little bit more this happened, which caused this to happen, which caused this to happen.
I find all that pedantic, the way people recap things, to be exhausting. So
that's the way we recap 90 Day Fiancé.
I know. But.
You just read your own self.
The way that show is done is documentary storytelling. This is done through slice of life, editing, showing you where everyone is with every moment. And which makes for decent watching because you can kind of not pay attention. You don't actually have to pay attention a lot for Bravo shows.
This really is the Bravo shows are really shows that you can be on your phone and watch.
You totally can be.
And hey y'all, we keep pushing it back because we got confused. This is on us. Our Bi-Curious episode of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake is going to be...
It's the Jen Shaw arrest episode.
It's going to be the episode that airs, I think, the night of our live show.
Yeah.
Sunday, November 14th. I
know
we
that
said
is the episode. Sunday, November 14th. Finally, we're going to do the Jen Shaw arrest.
Yes, fine. Because it was in the first only like 10 minutes of this last episode.
Yes. But we want more. I want to know more.
It's going to be good.
Whitney, we could be a danger.
And Heather's just like, what? She is just like, what? Heather's kind of goals, how she
I
did
love
shit.
her.
Anyway, I love her too. All right. What's your first one, Poods?
I want to talk about, I know I've made a real 360 on Jason, as we like to say, or a 180.
God damn.
I still think he's boring.
Oh, yeah.
But I want to say it is a low bar with these people. Now, Jason could chop chicken and he was putting vegetables in it, and someone's like, how'd you learn how to make chicken teriyaki? You Google.
You just saute some vegetables and put some teriyaki sauce.
I am always amazed at the things that 20-somethings and 30-somethings don't know how to do.
I get it, yeah.
Or what they find very interesting.
Yeah.
You're so amazing to cook.
Do you think they really find it interesting, or they're just trying to be complimentary?
I think it's in the middle of the two. But I was like, it's chicken teriyaki. It's not. He didn't just make coq au vin.
What amazed you in your 20s?
Oh God!
You know what?
All the worst stuff.
I am scared that I asked that.
Someone reading poetry to me after banging me all night, after quoting Chaucer in Middle English.
Have you ever had someone quote poetry to you while they were inside you?
No, because there's a time and a place, and that's not it. That's not it. It's before or after.
Okay.
I don't want
Are you sure? I thought there's that wheelbarrow poem that says about you.
So much depends upon red wheelbarrow. Glazed with right water beside the white chickens. William Carlos Williams.
That was a niche joke, and I enjoyed it.
That was too niche. That was too niche for me. I was uncomfortable. About halfway through, I was like, well, I got to finish it now.
Gosh.
Sometimes I'm sure everyone can relate when you're talking something and you have a moment of reflection. I'm like, I'm really exhausting.
Yeah, I've had that. Yeah, getting on my own nerves. I've done that.
So anyway, he's not Julia Child.
No.
He does seem like more capable than all of the others.
Yeah, I think that, because Jason's cute, and I know he's a model, but he's kind of one of those guys who, in real life, Craig is cuter, but I bet Jason's model pictures are probably really good.
And I think Jason is probably more interesting in real life. He just doesn't stand out on television.
I think he's shy or introverted.
Maybe.
I really do think that. I think that he's not used to reality TV.
Yeah.
Gabby, on the other hand, she's knowing how to play the part.
Boy, she's just. Whoa. I don't think we've seen the volatile side of her yet.
No, I don't think we have.
I'm kind of shocked that she hasn't had more meltdowns.
I think that's why Julia basically rolled over real quick, because she knew.
Yeah.
She knew what was in the cards.
What's your next one? Is that it?
No, my next one is when, y'all, we love Paige. I love her, and I don't love seeing her tied up her emotions to a man that's playing her like this.
He's pretty awful.
I mean, when she says...
We're talking about Andy, of course.
Yes, we're talking about Andy. Y'all, this is so... She said something that I think... I'm bringing it up because it's for you out there. But when Paige said, we didn't go on a date or anything, she said, I don't think he's asked me one question about myself.
That's true.
That's a red flag.
Yeah.
That
means they just want to hit it and quit it.
That's exactly what it means. And I wanted to be like... But I'm not shading her, but I think we've all been there. But I'm like, Paige, you're smarter than this. But we've all been dickmatized.
But you know what?
I mean, can you imagine how you would act if he was giving you attention?
Oh yeah, totally.
I would too.
Yeah, come on.
So, but I mean,
but I'm saying Paige is the kind of the gold standard for girls who seem very secure, seem very, but also are that girl.
Yeah.
They will get in their head about things.
Yeah.
So it tells you, y'all, even a girl who is like super confident, super funny, super gorgeous, she's that girl. She's that girl a lot. That girl
and
who's
we all
going
can
to
be that girl. Yes.
I'm that girl a lot.
It really is. You're that girl more than me, and
I am that girl.
But because you're
not that girl.
Because you're actually way more romantic than me.
I am.
Yeah, and
you're dead inside.
I am. And Paige is just fuck me. And Paige is quite romantic.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, that broke my heart to see her go through that. But hopefully, it's a lesson for all of us.
Can we talk about the Julia Gabby olive branch?
Yeah.
So she says Julia figures out for the house to be in order, for us not to, for Gabby not to leave the room when I walk in the room. I'm going to have to go apologize.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So Julia says, I've had some time to reflect. I apologize. And Gabby's not really wanting to have it at the beginning.
She's not.
And finally, Julia has to say, I was wrong. I'm sorry. I should have blah, 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 that Gabby needed to hear. Which is a little more than I think she wanted to say.
I don't really think Julia had anything to apologize for, but I think she's just playing nice.
Yeah, I think she realized.
It's like you said, Julia's a chameleon for everyone.
She is. She is everything. It's like for Lindsay, Julia is everything you want your friend to be, and she changes to, which is why I'm sure she's a great model.
Oh yeah.
And Julia's the kind of girl who's friends with everybody.
Yeah.
And people get more frustrated at her because they expect more of her.
But I bet she works a lot because people like her.
Yeah. I wonder who the real Julia is. Like, because a lot of people I know, I wonder, because I'm sure she's class president. She's there. She's good time
at the
Julia.
School party. She was a cheerleader.
Yeah. I wonder what the real Julia is like. I guarantee you, Julia, when she's with like her family, I think Julia is probably as a lot more darker, moodier person. Because a lot of the times those personalities are covers for that.
Julia, we can see the real you. You can show us.
I feel like I kind of can.
You can do it.
So I liked that. What's your next one?
Okay. I know we've talked about it on Southern Charm, but I know Austin says stupid things and he's got a fat tongue and it's all over the dog. But y'all, you can't help but just love the bromance that is Austin and Craig.
Yeah.
When Austin gets in the car to tell Craig about his date with Sierra and he's talking, I love how as Southern men, they're both so comfortable with each other.
Yeah.
Like when Austin says like, she just like keeps touching me and he like grabs Craig's arm and kind of like snuggles up to him. It's just.
They are the most emotional men in both of their cultures in their friend group.
I have to say like.
Especially for Charleston, you guys.
I kind of would rather see if somebody said, hey, Southern Charm is canceled and instead it's going to be a road trip of Austin and Craig.
I'd love that more.
I would love that more. I would watch that in a second. And
occasionally we just have, I don't know, some like they get calls from Pringle.
Oh.
I'd watch all three of them. And then Shep just calls them occasionally.
Yeah. But Pringle's shirtless the whole time.
That
never can wear a shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, Daddy Pringle.
Remember when I asked him if he wanted to be interviewed on our show and he never responded? Blocked me. And we even had a mutual friend on Facebook.
You come in with such like a fame heart on though. It's kind of gross.
I didn't. I was just like, hey, I see we have a mutual friend.
I understand him. I need to point out that a commercial, because I usually fast forward, but there was this ridiculous ad for Marshalls that Sierra did with fucking Melissa Gorga.
Who's Melissa Gorga?
She was on the Housewives of New Jersey.
Good for
Joe
Sierra.
Gorga's wife. But it just was, for some reason, I just didn't see that for Sierra. But I guess she's like, I'm on my way to being an influencer.
Good for her. You know what I have to say?
Brand ambassador.
I am... Okay, this is kind of it's.
She doesn't seem thirsty to me, but I guess she kind of is.
I don't think she's thirsty. I think she's smart. I think she, as she said, worked her ass off as a nurse in the pandemic. And,
she's done.
A lot of nurses are done with the field, medical work, because this has been traumatic for them. Yeah. They don't want to go back to that.
I don't blame them.
It's not the hard work. It's seeing people fucking die all the time.
Right.
Because people don't get vaccinated. Get your shot.
Get your shots, y'all.
Anyway, I have feelings about something, and I don't know if you're going to agree with me or not.
No. I'll solve that now.
I kind of love, what is it? What would be their name? Osera?
Osiera. I don't.
That's not
I don't
good.
love them.
You don't like them together? I kind of like it.
Both of them are. It's not.
We're talking about Austin and Sierra, y'all.
It's not. I'm okay with it for the show. Mm-hmm. It's not. By no means is it real.
It is fleeting and like a fun.
It is a total rebound for him.
It is.
And he's not seeing it as one. Even Craig and everybody's like that. Oh, yeah, he's going to get over Madison. That's the definition of a rebound.
You don't usually end up being with a rebound for that long.
I'm kind of shocked that the other girls, who maybe they don't know too much of his history, aren't like, yeah, you may want to slow down, Sierra. I don't know if Sierra, and they're really that close. I know that Paige and Sierra are sharing a room, but if I was really good friends with Sierra, I would say, you may want to pump the brakes here. Take this a little slower, because Austin is going to go full speed. That's his style.
Yeah, that is his style. That's true.
So I don't know.
Which I think she's going to find a little bit of that out next week.
I think
y'all, because guess who we're hearing from next week? Madison.
Oh wait, she's going to be. We're going to hear.
She's not on the show, but you didn't see this next week. Oh, it shows.
Did he call her?
Like Madison texted him. Like she's like, "Are you really over me?" She's like dangling.
She is Satan, y'all.
She's horrible.
It's so good to hear you say that.
I love her. She's gorgeous.
She's
horrible. I love her. She's gorgeous. She's horrible. I can have all those things that go together. Oh man, I'm bummed. You're round. It is a rebound, and she's not seeing it.
No,
but I think they're
there's
cute
no
together.
Potential. Absolutely no potential.
Well, maybe you're wrong.
She needs. God, how do I say this? She needs a boring older guy.
But I don't know if she wants that. I think she wants to have fun because she's had serious.
That's what you do. That's what your friends are for. Sierra's so practical.
She is, but even she said, She's
the opposite of Paige.
She's even practical about her issues. She's like,
right.
She's like, yeah, I have daddy issues. So yeah, that's a big like.
But I'm saying
she has a fear of a rejection,
and that daddy issues. That's the way to help. That's the way to heal them. Is an older guy
or therapy.
Well, yes, that's ideal. Yeah. But I'm saying that's kind of...
No. Yeah.
Because you're never going to be able to heal everything about your issues.
No.
You just need to kind of find someone who's a match who kind of helps you through them.
Yeah. Y'all, no one is ever the perfect person.
No, that's true. So...
All right,
but
what's your next?
It's a rebound. It's never going to happen.
Well, I'm glad you destroyed it. I was hopeful.
You know what? You tried to destroy Mark and Kay for me, and they're still going strong. I saw she was on his Instagram the other day.
Yeah, we'll see whenever she wants to start banging some chicks. How he deals with that.
I believe in love.
Yeah,
I believe in love. So, is it your turn or mine?
Your turn.
I think that Andrea is about one of the shittiest people.
You're welcome.
I said I would bang him.
I know, but I mean, I saw him the first episode just so schmarmy.
And it's
so gross. And again,
it's like
he hardly uses that Italian accent anymore.
Yeah.
Y'all watch the first episode. He sounds like somebody who works at fucking Buca di Beppo. Welcome to the family lasagna. Whatever.
It does kind of feel that way.
Remember the last time you had Buca di Beppo?
Buca di Beppo.
I could say Buca di Beppo. Remember the last time you had that?
I overeat. And I don't crap for like 2 days.
I didn't shit for 3. It's like a rock in your stomach. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's not like Maggiano's where they let you take one home.
Or what is it, the Olive Garden, where you just pay for another entree? So sure, I'll overeat at home.
Mm-hmm. They just are giving food away. It's so cheap.
Do you have a trough that I can take with me? Something I can lay the food out that I just don't need to use utensils.
Silenzio Bruno.
I think I would just want to say that this guy, I don't think at one point he knows he's being on a reality show, and then at once he has no real self-awareness.
I agree. Yeah.
Yep. Because he's like, he tells all the boys what his plans are and thinks that everyone knows everyone. He has the kind of the cluelessness to think that the boys won't tell the girls.
Well,
that all of this is being said.
He's very. It's like when he was just on Watch What Happens Live.
I didn't watch it.
Everybody else wore he wore literally. I think he finally put one on later, but he wore just a jacket with no shirt.
What?
Yeah, I mean, look gorgeous, but I'm like, why are you?
He wore a jacket with no shirt.
Yeah, it was
like just shirtless.
Yeah, it was he, Hubs, and Luke.
Oh, come on!
I bet next week Sierra and Paige will probably be on.
They were on. I didn't watch it, but they were on like the week before or 2 weeks before.
Okay.
So yeah, he's just. I think he's not going to come off well in this.
I don't know if he's just used to in circles. He has different circles, so he's able to tell one person everything, and then it doesn't get around to someone else.
I guess.
But it's not going to go good.
And I would ask, why are these women friends with him if he treats women that way?
Well, the only person that's really friends with him is Julia.
I guess so.
But I don't, you know what? If we really,
well, Gabby supposedly knows them.
We haven't seen. I wonder for them again when the casting agent called Julie and she was like, "Hey, look, lady, can you do me a favor? I don't really want to work a lot this job." And she's like, "I just want a gorgeous man." And Julie's like, "Don't know him that well, but I got somebody for you.
Right?
He's gorgeous and Italian.
All the male models I know are my gay friends.
I need someone who's gonna want to go down on one of the female ladies there."
Female ladies.
Who's
the
there?
females.
I don't know why big baby girl Lisa's now a casting director, but she is. I need someone who's going to raw dog someone in the house.
The American way.
In a winter cold with a little sock hat on and like a Santa Claus. Ho, ho, raw dog.
Wasn't ready for this. Anyway, what's your next one?
You know, I love that, y'all. We can talk about it. Actually, I'll say that later. But I just want to say, y'all, Gabby is that person who says at dinner in another language, "I want you inside me."
Which is totally a thing like you say when you're like 14 or 15. And
this party, they all
joke.
became high school kids at this party.
I liked this theme because it gave them a little bit, it let them let down their hair a little bit.
It also let us know a little bit about them and who they were and how they're different. And also, y'all, so this is a two-parter. Let's actually kind of just talk. Let's bookmark the party.
It's like, what they call it? High school something?
Yeah, flashback.
Who you were in high school.
But
They never got the branding right.
I just love that Hubs was the principal and she was terrible at it. Because it kind of...
I swear to God, I don't care how old she is. I think she'll be in her 40s and she'll always be drunk Hubs.
Oh, I'm here for it.
And I love it. I think Kyle is similar.
Yeah.
Although it's weird. Kyle, even in Summer House, Kyle is always in the foreground of the picture, but he fades to the background in this cast.
Well, come on. You're not, when you're with Craig and Austin are stars.
Yeah.
They're the biggest stars. They are, again,
they take up more air in the room.
We would have a show with them. I love Amanda, and I like Kyle a lot, but I wouldn't watch a Kyle and Amanda show.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting because the Summer House group has this very specific dynamic.
They do.
And this is just a completely different dynamic that we don't know the politics of yet.
I think, too, in Summer House, I remember when we interviewed Giggly Squad, Hannah and Paige, when we did crossovers. Remember how they said, and they kind of act, even in the interview, like, it's almost like an unwritten rule. They jokingly said, like, Kyle thinks it's his show.
Yeah.
But also everybody kind of, I think, placates Kyle. Like Kyle gets the bigger bedroom.
Yeah, they do.
This did not happen at all.
No.
At all. And so
maybe he's kind of still nursing his wounds.
Maybe he is.
I want to, the party.
Oh, the party. Yeah. Craig's wearing eyeliner.
That was one of mine, and it's not just a little eyeliner. No. It's a lot, and it really turns me on.
It is hot.
And his hair is all messy. He's so beautiful.
He's a beautiful, beautiful man.
I like wearing eyeliner.
I like wearing eyeliner because I'm uncomfortable. Also, nothing says you're a serious attorney who makes pillows like a lot of eyeliner. I am important. I love it.
But everyone else kind of looked basic. Luke looked like Jay from Jay and Silent Bob.
He did. Kyle had this weird... You're right. I never thought about this. Kyle's just kind of forgettable.
Fades into the background.
Even the whole thing, I don't want to talk about it because it's boring. The thing where he's talking to his parents. And there's a plot point that Amanda's got to learn to ski with his parents. Who fucking cares?
It feels like this is... The aims of this show are very different than Summer House. The aims of this show seems to seem to be like, let's have a snow globe of hot people and shake them. It's almost like the first season of Summer House when it was like the twins were on and everyone really didn't know what was happening. And you just kind of you shake the snow globe and see who goes with who. Yeah. And it's more interesting, not the group dynamic, but it's more interesting. Will they or won't they? How many love triangles can we create? Which is a different, and to me, kind of I don't know. It feels like a sleazy premise.
I get that.
I don't know. Because I know now there's going to be a Jason Lindsay thing, which I'm fine with. I'm kind of okay with that. But now I think we're going to see something in episode 5 where Gabby's trying to get with someone else. And
who could Gabby get with?
Well, it was Luke.
Which, you know what? That was a moment. And we're going to talk about that right when we get back from the break. Ooh, would you call this a letting down easy or dropping it like it's not hot?
I think I've never seen someone I've never seen someone not pick up on cues as brutal as this.
Luke, y'all, we're talking about Gabby and Luke, and Luke says,
Luke
"Hey,
is cold and Midwestern, but this was brutal."
Even Luke was, and so she says, "Yeah." So they're kind of sitting on the bed, and she said,
she tells him what he said to her. He's like, "I want you inside me tonight."
He's like, "Whoa!"
Now, the way to do this is laugh it off, and even Lindsay Hubbard would have gone, "What does that mean? All right, fine, I'll talk to you tomorrow." Or and then would have like fallen in the hallway.
Yes.
But she says, and he's like, "Well, listen, I think we're better as friends." And y'all, Gabby doubles down and says,
"She's like,
I wasn't meaning this. I was meaning no strings."
But she said, "I was meaning no strings, but if something happens from it, great." She should have just said no.
She's not convincing.
She wants to fuck.
But she also is kind of into him personally.
Yes.
And then he says, "Well, I mean that I want to be kind of just friends, which means I'm not into you. And physically you're a pretty girl, but you're not my real type."
Yes.
He had to say that for her to get it.
He did. He really literally had to say like, "Thank you, but no thank you."
Pick up the cues, honey.
Yeah.
That was hard to watch, actually.
It was like, I watched it like this.
And she said, "Ooh, I just got rejected." You did because damn.
Because you didn't know how to. It wouldn't have been such a rejection. It would have been more just like, it still would have stung.
But you made him say the words and you heard them out loud.
Boy. She is difficult to be in a relationship
with.
And
I feel like that idea of her having those quotes and things, something's off.
It's like Luke said. He said, "I just want a friendship." Gabby is somebody who has fucking quotes. And y'all, at least Luke knows. Y'all, Luke's not deep.
No.
He is not deep at all.
Far from it. He acts like he is, but he's not.
He knows about sports and outdoor stuff, and that's it. His favorite book he's ever read is Dr. Seuss. And that's fine.
Wow.
That's who he is. That's fine. It was challenging. Horton Hears a Who, he barely got through it. But whereas Gabby, nothing is not high stakes for her.
Yeah. Life is very dramatic.
Everything means something to her. Speaking of dramatic, my next one is, y'all, Paige and Sierra are just falling apart over these guys. This happened a little earlier.
It made me angry.
It made me angry too.
Yeah.
Y'all, because Sierra, she cried a little bit earlier, but they're sitting around while they're about to go outside and pop all the champagne out, which, what the fucking point was that?
They were in plastic bags or garbage bags.
They're having this low country boil and...
Very Charleston.
I love how Kyle was like, broil. They're like, boil.
No,
broil. Bowl. You don't say boil. It's
bowl.
A low country boil.
Low country bowl.
And so, but Sierra starts crying because she's thinking about Austin again. And then Paige starts crying. And they're talking to Amanda, kind of like spilling out their
and
heart.
Amanda's crying.
Then because Amanda's always crying. Yeah. And then Andy walks out in a trash bag and sees him and goes, "Oh fuck!" and just turns around
and
like a character in King or in Donkey Kong when you've gone the other way and gone up the ladder and they see you and they're like, "Whip, whip, whip."
Well, I think you just see the difference in. This is such a kind of a microcosm of. Are we 4 days in? 4 to 5 days in?
Yes.
Maybe 6 tops.
You know what? We might even be a week because they're 10 days, right? We're like 5.
I get that these are crucibles of emotion and you're around these people a lot and there's filming, but it just tells you the way these women are at points in their life and how in the way that society treats women who are not in relationships and the way and Paige has been dating and she's like, and I hate it because I've been rejected. And just this house is another reflection. She's like, Andy's just like all the other guys who ghost me.
Yes. And so you've got to keep if you want a relationship, you kind of have to keep putting yourself out there because the point being, think of the way Andy acted when he saw the women crying versus the way Craig acted later on. Craig immediately is like, "Why are you crying?"
Right.
And like he's literally rubbing Amanda's
asking
back
them,
and like I just am like, "God, I love you. I want to suck your dick." Actually, I want to rim his smooth asshole.
I agree.
It's very smooth. I don't have any hair.
He's had
I'm
it
proud
lasered.
that I don't have any hair in my asshole.
And it's beautiful.
It's beautiful and it's pink and it looks kind of like a baby planet just winking at you, saying someone needs to land on me.
Wow.
Anyway,
can I talk about this? This has been a pet peeve of mine for a while, but I'm going to go off on it.
Oh Jesus!
There is a certain. It's not just a certain demo, but especially for 20-something. And I've heard it. I hear it mostly from women, but it's not always.
Okay.
It's a regionalism. How do you say the word MOUNTAIN?
MOUN mountain.
The last syllable is like a schwa.
I'm gonna climb that mountain high.
And that is common English.
Yeah.
Or there's another, you could say mountain. You could even do that word, mountain.
Mm-hmm.
There is a type of pronunciation now that is mountain. Mountain.
People don't say their T's anymore.
No, but there's also, you would say mountain. You could say that, but people choose to say mountain.
Important.
It's the same thing. And if someone could point me, it's Amanda. But this I was climbing up the mountain, and I'm kind of okay with leaving out the T, mountain. I'm fine with that. But there's not schwang it. No one gives a fuck about this. The grammar Nazis do, but mountain, where the E is more of a vowel.
Oh no,
mountain.
You just said a E versus a vowel.
Sorry. But y'all, if there are people in your life who say either important or mountain, it'll start to bother you. Because I'm bothered by it.
Y'all, this is foreshadowing. It's spoiler alert, but how fucking cute was that little scene with Craig and Paige? Where Craig is like, I'm starting to get lonely after. And Paige said, yeah, you miss your girlfriend. He's like, yeah, I do. And they're talking and he's wearing the eyeliner.
I'm so glad that we see little moments like this.
Yes.
I'm sure they put them in there because we know what's happening. The spoiler alert, y'all, they're together right now.
Full on together.
I'm happy for them.
It only takes a moment
to be loved your whole life long. That's Hello Dolly.
It's true.
Glad you switched to melody.
You weren't clear about what harmony you were singing. I just want to help you out. All right. Okay. About the crying thing when they were... So Andy decides to talk to Paige about the crying thing. And he's talking to her, and he says, well, actually, I was planning on taking you on a date. And Paige immediately is like, really? And even the producer says, were you planning on doing that? And Andy said, yeah, I was.
Liar.
That's what I wrote too.
This is all to get in her pants. That's why he's such a piece of shit, y'all.
Yes.
And the thing about it is, when you're on a reality show, maybe he just doesn't see this.
It's like he forgets he's being filmed. He's being filmed. We are documenting how he is trying to get into her pants.
It's just, how dumb do you have to be, or how clueless?
Speaking of getting into pants, this is episode 4, right?
Yeah.
So we've got 2 episodes left.
No one's had sex. Maybe Kyle and Amanda.
Who's going to bang? Do you think anyone's going to bang?
Lindsay and Jason.
Yeah. Jump on it.
I need a video of that.
Ride that big dick on saddle.
So
I don't know those words.
No, you don't. You also didn't know the words for Red Light Special.
I did.
They were wrong. Not. People read you for filth online.
So anybody else? Do you think Austin and Sierra will bang? We know there's a little bit of next week of him talking about Madison.
I don't know. I
don't think they will.
I honestly don't know.
What about Paige and Andy?
No.
I think now that we finally know the truth, but Hubs and okay, who else in the house could Gabby end up getting with? She's not going to get with Craig. Luke said no.
I thought maybe Austin. If Sierra, because Austin is that kind of. He's just he'll switch.
They do say, I can't believe Austin has 3 girls.
Yeah.
So there still is another girl who's into Austin.
That's true.
It's got to be Gabby, unless Julia jumps ship from her boyfriend.
Unless they're talking about it's Madison. Unless they're talking
about Madison. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know either.
So I just want to point out, Craig does say to Paige, it kind of blurts at everything. He just said. He's like, doesn't really see a future. He wants to be single. And he said, if you can't see a future, why would you go on a date? And that's dead on.
It's dead on. And Amanda's just like, fuck. And she grabs Hubs and Hubs. I love that Hubs is like, why am I just out hearing about this? Why are we talking about this? I don't know what's happening.
She does. She gets irrationally angry quickly.
Very quickly. And you do that. Maybe that's why you look.
I do.
And so she's like, what's happening? And then Amanda tells her, and she's like, ew.
We have to tell her.
You have to tell her. And Amanda's like, I know. Y'all, this is the worst possible thing for Amanda ever, because Amanda never wants anybody to be bad
or confrontation
at her to a fault.
Or she doesn't like people being unhappy.
Y'all, if you don't watch Summer House, she's
everyone's mom.
She is the worst person to find out about this because she is going to be completely paralyzed with fear, as you see when she just cries.
All of her conflict, Amanda's conflict, comes from trying to help other people.
Help and avoid conflict.
Or avoid conflict.
Yes.
All of her conflict.
Yes.
She's the most well-meaning person in the house.
She is.
But it always goes bad for her, especially when Hannah's involved.
Yes. So, y'all, they have the party. Oh, wait. Or is it your turn? I don't want it.
You can go.
I want to talk about the conversation between Hubs and Paige.
Y'all, don't let Hub House do something when she's 3 sheets to the wind.
They're both drunk.
Yeah.
Hubs is really, really drunk. And so, basically, Hubs is talking to Paige.
Amanda's upset for you.
What? Why is she upset? And Hubs just says, well, Andrea's going around telling everybody that he's going to leave the house single. Paige
Which is like leaving a couple of details out.
It's true. And
then she's like, hold on, I'm going to go get Amanda.
She's like, I'm going to go get Amanda.
I'm going to go get your emotional support animal.
Amanda's crying for you. Amanda's crying for you. And Paige is like, what? So she go gets Amanda, and then Amanda's like, what? Why did you? And Amanda's a little drunk too.
Right.
And Amanda's like, why did you tell her this? And then Lindsay goes, everything's my fault. Blame it on me.
It's all Lindsay.
It's all me. And then Jason just picks. Maybe he knows what to do with Lindsay. When Lindsay's acting like this.
He deactivated her. He deactivated Lindsay.
Don't you activate me. Don't you activate me.
He deactivated Lindsay with that big old dong.
He picked her up.
So way to deactivate me too.
True. You and Lindsay kind of are the same person.
I have a real, I did not like her when we started the show.
Summer House, you mean.
I liked her throughout kind of the season. I did not like her getting on the season we watched. But I developed such a soft spot for Lindsay.
Oh, I do too. I love her.
My favorite.
But, y'all, Jason just picks her up, Lord lift us up, and takes her into the bedroom and probably is going to dick her down. And that's how you deactivate hubs.
And that's when we see the penis imprint.
Just yelled at. Okay.
We need to talk about one more thing.
What?
And that is... Boy, talk about men behaving badly in this episode. It was mostly Luke and Andrea, but Luke knowing that Julia has a boyfriend. Knowing.
Boy. Knowing she has a boyfriend.
And asking.
And knowing she's friends with Gabby.
Yeah. And asking people about their relationship.
What a fucking creep.
He gives them a note that says...
Y'all, he fully wants her to cheat on her boyfriend with him.
And asks her to. And basically says... What is it? I wrote this down. He says, you're pretty cute. Wanna hang later? Y or N? How awful.
He wanted to be... He wanted to be cute because what we do in hot, like that George Strait song, yes or no,
yes or no, and and they teared the note up. Julia is really.
It made me like Julia more because she circled no really big, and then Amanda tears it up, and they're like, "Fuck this."
I think it's open season on Luke again next week.
Love it, and Julia, I love Julia. Luke says, hey, can we go someplace quiet and talk? And he starts to go up in a room, and Julia says, she takes control of the narrative and says, I don't really want to go to your room because I don't want you to get the wrong idea about this.
Right.
And I just want to nip this in the bud now.
That's a great way to handle it.
That's how you do it. Like, I'm a fan of Julia.
Yep. She really showed who she was
this episode. This is how you do it. And she said, look, what do you think that my friend Gabby, we've already had a conflict with you, and then I'm going to be with you? What do you think this is going to do for our friendship? She doesn't even bring up the fact that she has a boyfriend. She's just talking about what's happening in the here and now.
And he's like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay. He's like, buds, can we have a shot? And she's like, sure.
I think that's all I have.
I have something else. You didn't know we were going to do this, but I think...
great.
Y'all, I think it's time for us to talk about this last scene of Jason and Lindsay just drunk on the bed and Lindsay on top. But I think the best way to do with the music they had playing behind them, this is time for Reality Gaze Winter House Theater.
Very good. Someone said that someone pointed out that I complimented you last time, and I do compliment you when you do it well.
It's all waters of a duck's
I'm not going to compliment you if you fuck it up.
It's lube off a twink's back at this point.
I would
can't even feel it.
Don't know. I'm the worst. You know what I hated doing when I had a soccer game and we lost?
What?
When you had to walk through and you had to give high fives and say good game, good game, good game.
Yeah, it's good sportsmanship.
It made me angry because it wasn't a good game because I didn't win and I hated them.
Okay, you might want
to didn't like it.
You might want to process that.
I'm gonna say that's why.
Why don't you just get to the part where you have a Capri Sun and have some sugar? That's what everybody enjoyed. That's why we played
I didn't want to say good game. Come at me if you hated saying if you were the winners, or even if you lost, or even if you won, telling them they played a good game, because sometimes they didn't, and it made you feel inauthentic.
All right. Wow. Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
Sorry. That came from a dark place.
Yeah, that was trauma you might want to process. That's okay.
I hated it.
All right, let's do this scene so we can go eat.
Good game.
All right, everybody. I'm going to be playing the role of... I'm going to play Jason. I'm going to let Poodle play Hubs. You know, it's a little background music.
Oh, it's a nice room you got here.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am. I'm so
look
happy.
at your pants.
Thank you. Like my pants, they're
so
kind of
strong.
Thank you. I like throwing you on the bell. I'm so happy we met.
This feels like the movie Kate and Leopold.
Yeah.
But
dude,
you're like not 300 years old.
Oh, that made me cry. Dude,
you're sensitive.
I want to look at your eyes. You're straddling me now. I can't say that word because my tongue. You're straddling me, and then you're looking in my eyes, and I just want to say, this is special.
You know,
this is special.
I used to say,
yeah. Why are you scared?
I'm terrified. I'm dating right now, and I'm getting to know people. You don't understand.
Yeah.
You don't understand how scared I am. I am legitimately, literally terrified.
I get it. You're not bad. You're wonderful. I wouldn't worry about it.
I see you. I'm here right now.
And I'm here.
And we're here together.
You. I'm here for you.
Blah, blah, blah. Make out.
Let me fuck you. If
that was kind of that scene.
If they didn't fuck after this, then I don't know what's happening.
I don't know.
We see them in the bed like waking up.
I hope they did fuck.
Hubs, I hope you got on it and reported back. Back to Queer Central.
I'm really happy for her that she got laid on with him.
Do you think Jason's the type of guy she should be with?
No.
I actually think he's better than anybody else in the house for her. I don't think he's the type of guy to be with her.
I agree with you. He's probably the best in the house for her.
I kind of think that. I think Lindsay needs a guy who is devoted to her.
Yep.
Who's really into her, but also is kind of is happy to do their own thing, to let her take center stage.
Yep.
And is fine being in the background.
And they need to give her lots of gifts because that's her love language.
Oh.
And quality time.
Well, but earlier she said, food's my love language.
That too.
Yo, that's the show. You can go to realitygaze.com. This was a good episode.
Food's my love language.
This was a good episode. It was much better.
This is the best one of the series so far, I think.
It's just going to catapult into a shit show.
We think we only have 2 more.
But that's what we think. We're 6 not sure.
Episodes.
They never know. They all of them have
Bravo might fuck us.
They might. You can go to our Linktree link to find out information about our live shows. You can go to our website, realitygaze.com. Find us on Cameo. Book us on Cameo.
And look at us. Find us on TikTok. Reality Gaze on TikTok. Instagram. Y'all, my upstairs neighbor that I was talking about before was playing a long, extended remix of Kesha's TikTok last night.
He texted me.
And I almost took my own life.
It really bothered
It was
Poodle.
like 10 minutes.
Your shorts are so short, I can almost see your asshole. We've got to go, y'all. Thank God this isn't on video. Y'all,
like it.
Oh, stop it. We'll see you next time. But remember, always keep asking yourself, what, Poodle?
Who's Tracy?
Who's Tracy?
Who's Tracy?